Hey, it's Indigenous Girl back to you with an update from the Tory Lanez case. Big update, you guys. I actually am very excited from the news that I just got from Milagrogramez. Yes, the one and only Milagrogramez, who has been covering this case since day one, since the trial, and all of the hoopla that has followed. All right, let's jump into it. There has been an update. Tory Lanez will be having court on January 10th, 2023, you guys. So without further ado, let's jump into Tea with Tia. We're going to reference Tea with Tia. A new court date has been added. The head of Tory Lanez sentencing, because he was supposed to be sentenced on the 27th of January. The new court date is set for Tuesday, January 10th. The court code, which is very important, pay attention, was listed as a 132. Ironically, 32 is like my angel number, which speaks to falsified or altered evidence or witness tampering. So you guys, shout out to Tia for this update. Good looking out. Here is the document. Here is the document. There is a new court date right here, guys. Okay? We like receipts over here. Penal Code Section 132 strongly punishes any attorney or other person whom initially causes false or altered evidence to be introduced at trial. Okay? Under California Penal Code Section 132, offering false evidence. And there was one more thing. It could possibly be reduced to a misdemeanor, guys. This is huge. If Tory Lanez's 3 felony charges get reduced down to misdemeanors, he will not be forced to leave the country because of this heinous justice system that we're dealing with. What does the letter RM mean at the end of LA Court Superior Court criminal case? This means reduced to a misdemeanor under Penal Code Section 17B, which states that the felony convicted must be what is known as a wobbler. You'll be given probation. Here you go. Number 2 and number 3. If you are convicted of any felonies in the same case, then all felonies must be eligible for reduction or none of them. So this is huge, guys. Huge. This is huge. And we're going to hop right into gunshots. Gunshots were obtained, and I just want you guys to take a listen to these gunshots.
To Street TV. To Street TV.
Okay, so 3 shots, pow, 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 pause, like Milagrogramez always said. And actually, if you listen with your earbuds, which I can hear this right now without earbuds, if you really listen in between the pause, you can hear somebody saying, stop something. Stop something. I don't know what the last word was, but you can definitely hear it. And then there's 2 more shots. So listen again.
To Street
Here we
TV.
go.
To Street TV.
Okay.
I know he has to get sentenced before the appeal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's January
27th.
Yep, 27th.
You know, and that's even if the judge is like kind of lenient on him. You know, and forget all about that. Like, he's gonna get extradited. So forget Tory Lanez doing 2 or 3 years, right? He's gonna get extradited, never allowed back into this country.
Yeah, back to Canada.
Man, it's sad time.
So word on the curb is how people are responding to what has happened to Tory Lanez in this case, and people are not feeling it, right? People are not feeling it. So good to see that people are speaking out. As I'm still looking for audio from Milagrogramez. Maybe I have to refresh because it is not popping up on my screen. And I know I follow her on here. This is crazy.
Well, bitch, the court code listed was 132. Court code 132 deals with what? It deals with falsified or altered evidence or witness testimony. What am I willing to bet this has to do with? I am willing to guarantee that this has to do with Sean Kelly. But I could be wrong, and it could have something to do with actual evidence or another witness. But I personally think that it would have everything to do with Sean Kelly. Remember accusations of Sean Kelly being pulled to the side and people going to meet up with Sean Kelly. Do y'all remember that? Okay. So I would be willing to bet that it has to do with Sean Kelly. But I don't have to be right. It could be something completely different. That's just me taking an educated guess. So the new court date is set for January 10th. The court code listed was 132, which speaks to falsified or altered evidence or witness testimony. RM was also added to it at the end of his case number. What does that mean? That means reduced to misdemeanor. So that means that all 3 of those felony charges are eligible to be reduced to a misdemeanor. We all on the same page? So he was convicted on all 3 felonies, and he faces up to 22 years in prison. The scheduling date for him to be sentenced is January 27th, and then his team will appeal that whole situation. But if he goes to court and they reduce these charges, that will significantly, obviously, alter the outcome, prison time included. And if they have evidence and they can prove that a witness was tampered with, then bitch, that just opens the door for a whole bunch of other shit. Because if you set up and y'all tamper with a witness and this case didn't go the way it was supposed to go, and that's because of what the fuck y'all did, then bitch, we gotta throw this shit out. That cannot stand. Okay? So is everybody on the same page and y'all have